Hi guys, how are you all doing? You guys excited for the holiday season? I'm excited. This has been in my spirit for a long time, and it's talking about why your friends and family will not support you. This kind of relates to the video that I've got that talks about they want you to be depressed, stressed, and looking a mess, right? This is kind of similar to that video, but this is more to do with, once you leave the narcissist or the narcissist leaves you, once you start to come back to yourself and, once you start to actually try to do something for yourself. Now, this also applies if you're from a family who are usually, the majority of them are quite negative, they don't really strive for large goals. They have good jobs that pays well and allows them to live the life they want, but they don't go above that. This is also for people who you're just an individual. These people are not going to support you, okay? Maybe you've had, this is not your first business. Maybe you have, made some mistakes. Maybe you're not the smartest person in the world. Maybe you haven't a university degree. Maybe you're not the best speaker. Maybe your vocab is limited. You're not the person that they think would make it, okay? So this is why they're not going to support you. And what is very silly is that a lot of the people who are very successful now, they don't have college degrees. They didn't have support. Some of these people were homeless. Some of the people that are in positions that are successful now, they didn't have support. They didn't have those kind of people. But the reason why I'm bringing this onto my channel is because it's even worse when your family are narcissistic, okay? There's a difference between not supporting somebody because you just don't believe them and you doubt that they're going to do that. That's fine. You're entitled to your opinion. Then there's another aspect when they actually see the potential in you. They actually see what, what you have deep down inside that even you don't even know you have. And they are disturbed by that. So they have to tell you, you're never going to win. They have to tell you, oh, you haven't got a degree. You don't have support like that. You have too many kids to do that. There's so many things that they tell you. And this is why we don't even think about being in a certain position. Like if we see somebody else doing well, we could never even picture us doing well, because especially if you had narcissistic parents, it is like, if you've got a narcissistic parent, grandparent, sister, uncle, if you have all of that, please tell me what's your chances of being successful in life. If everywhere you turn, you're getting beat down, you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you're not tall enough, you're not slim enough, you're not white enough, you're not black enough, you're not... Whatever the situation is, you can't do it because that's what they said, because they believe in their limited mind that they can't do it. They know you can do it. They know how far you can take it. You don't know how far you can take it. Why? Because you don't believe in yourself. Why? Because you haven't healed after that narcissistic abusive relationship, whether that's the family or romantic. You need to cut off everybody. And, when I mean cut off, I don't always mean, don't talk to them ever again. But just become a hermit. Go into your room and whatever you want in life, go and get it. Go and chase it. Like, there's only one life. You only get one life to live. The amount of things I'm seeing online, people losing their lives. I lost a cousin last month. The amount of people that we lost through COVID. It's just, and it's not about race. It's not about how much money you have or how much money you don't have. Death comes when death comes. You want to be able to at least chase your dreams. So at least people can say, that woman, that guy, they tried. That woman, that guy, they helped me. That woman, that guy, like, what do you have to leave behind? Your friends and family are not going to support you if they're negative, if they don't like you, if they see the potential in you. And that's completely fine. And, someone said something to me the other day. They said, if you got all the support that you wanted from everybody, you wouldn't be working this hard. because you'll be comfortable. You'll be in your comfort zone. And that was so much truth. I couldn't believe. I said, you know what? That's true. I know for a fact I have not one. I have a few. I have a few people rooting for me that I know genuinely deep down they want the best for me. And why? Because they are doing their thing and they're on their way to being very successful. And it's not gonna, you just know when someone wants the best for you. And I noticed, being in a relationship with a narcissist and being in a relationship with a quote unquote healthy guy, you're never going to know really, are you? But somebody who seems to be healthy on the surface, the difference, my old partner, the narcissist, never support me, never root for me, never tell me you can do this, never tell me anything positive about myself. It was always about them and what they can do. And now I'm seeing the difference when it's just like, yeah, babe, you can do this. Yeah, babe, I know you can do so much more. And, my new partner's just like telling me all the things that, I could do. And I'm just like, I know I could do it. But it's just crazy to me when you actually get real, genuine support, and when you don't, they're not going to support you. They can't support you, And when you do get that support, it's going to be from people you can count on one hand. It's going to be people you can count on one hand. It could be 3 people, it could be 2, it could be literally one person. But everyone's not going to be happy for you. Remember, look, if somebody is in a worse position than you are currently, and you're telling them about the things that you inspire to do, they're not going to be happy about that. They're not going to be happy. Think about it. The only people that's going to be happy about what you're doing is people who want the best for you and people who are doing the things themselves. They're not going to, look, your friends and family will not support you. And you know what? I've noticed this as well. When I was a kid, I always complain about this all the time. I didn't get the right guidance I feel like I should have had. And when I mean guidance, I mean, stuff like, your parents saying to you, make sure you have a savings account that you don't touch and you lock it up until you're, 30, let's just say. Because when you're like in your teens, look, you need alcohol, you need to buy things, you need to travel. So you're just like, you just spend it. Or things like, make sure that you get your license early. So at least your license is done with, So when you get a good job and maybe they give you a company car, you're able to drive. Or, make sure you get your license and your car before you have a child, because it's very important. Because, obviously, food shopping and just day-to-day run-ins, getting to A to B, you need a car, and save your money. But you see, with narcissistic parents, they will take your money away from you. Friends, they say, oh, don't worry about that. You don't need to save. Come, let's go out. Let's go have fun. Let's get drunk. Like, no. Like, real friends and real family members will tell you, save your money. Don't just save and that's it. Obviously, have fun, save, like, have a balance. So again, bringing back to the narcissistic parent, they're gonna basically set you up to fail. Okay. And so when you actually get past them hurdles and you don't fail in life and you're doing well and then you want to do even better, they're going to say to you, they're just not going to support you. They're not going to press that like button. They're not going to do comments. They're literally not going to help you in any way. And a mini story time talking about this, okay? When I set up my YouTube channel and Instagram doing makeup, I literally added all my friends and my family, and I was like, support, follow me, like, da, 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 da. And then it got to a point where I wanted to be a makeup artist, and they said the best way to, get into all of that is just practice on faces. Just do people's faces. That's the best way. There's no point, going to school and college. If you go to school and college, you go for the hygiene reasons. You make sure that you go to find out about skin and skincare and tools and how to clean these tools. But in terms of the actual makeup process of actually doing it, you have to practice on people, okay? My story time. Nobody wanted to help me out. my narcissistic family members. Okay, so I had two different types of narcissistic family members. So the ones who I thought were actually, you know, down for me, my close family members, they didn't support me. Okay. And the other narcissist came as a supportive family member. So you have to be careful as well, because a lot of these narcissists will come at, they will give you fake support. They act like they're the only ones for you, okay? Two of them said, you know, you can't do my face. Oh, no, I don't want you to know. And the reason why that was done was to bring down my self-esteem, because remember, these are the early days when I have no clients, I have no faces, I have no portfolio, I literally have nothing to work with. And I'm just trying to get up and running. Those family members didn't support me. And those family members today are the ones that get jealous when I don't do their face, because I charge a certain amount of money to do people's faces. And when they see other people getting these faces done, they're like, what about me? And I'm like, they paid for this. I actually run a service. I know you saw me begging to do your face, you know, what, 2-3 years ago, but that's not where I'm at right now. And they don't like that. They don't like that. But they did not support me at the start. I have so many family members, female, black family members, that didn't want to help me. They didn't want to help me. They didn't want to help me do what I'm doing. Why? Because, you know what? I don't even know. I'm just going to say jealousy. They were like, oh, we don't know if it's going to come out good or not. And don't look like a clown. Like, I'm like, you've seen my face, right? You see how I do my own makeup. Why would you look much different from how I do my own makeup? You know I can do makeup on myself. That's just my little story time.